Hello everyone, this is Ellen Thompson-Jennings, the Family History Hound, and here I am at DNA Painter, and I'm hoping that I'm going to share with you something that you may not know about DNA Painter. So here we are at one of my favorite pages on DNA Painter. It is the shared Centimorgan project. Johnny Pearl is the creator of DNA Painter, and he's done an excellent job of adding new features all the time to DNA Painter. So I started with the shared Centimorgan project, and my aunt has an excellent match who is 108 centimorgans, and I know that this match is something to do with the beaten bat mystery. So you see, by adding 108 centimorgans, that there is a 40% chance that it's a half second cousin, a second cousin once removed, half first cousin 2 times removed, and a first cousin 3 times removed. Now it could be one of the other potential matches or relationships, but this is the highest odds is the 40%. So one thing that you may not have noticed, and something that this tool does, is if you click here, new view these relationships in a tree, it will actually take you to what are the odds. So here we see that there are 41 hypotheses possible for this 108 centimorgan relationship. So that means that there's 41 potential relationships that it could be. So you see here it has the 108 centimorgan person, but it's giving you all the possible relationships that it could be. If we scroll a little bit further down, you can see the ranking of the hypothesis. Now the scores aren't stellar, but there are quite a few matches that are relationships, that possibilities that are a score of 9. So we can see here 2, 4, 6, 8 possible scenarios where the score is 9. Then there's a few that are 7, and then a few more that are 4, and then 2, and then it starts to get a much lower score. So what can we do with this information? Well, let's start out with going to the unknown child of that first match and deleting them, because we know that my aunt is not related that way. So we'll delete that relationship, and you confirm the deletion. Now, my aunt also has another match who is 107 centimorgans, and I know that this person, this lady, is connected through the first person's sibling. So we're going to add that person here, and we're going to just say a second match, and we're going to then go and add the centimorgans, 107, and see what that does. Now you'll see that some of the scores changed. Well, we also know that my aunt is not related to the second match as her child. So we're going to go to the unknown child, and we're going to delete that. And we're going to see what that does. So now that's changed a lot of the scores. So let's see what it's done. So now we have around the same amount of scores. I think we have 2, 4, 6, 7, but they're all 80, a score of 80, so that's much better. You can also see that there are still 41 other relationships, but they have changed scores as well. Now there is one other thing that we can add. So I also know that person number 1 and person number 2 has another match. So person number 1 has a couple more people in common, but one of them I cannot figure out how they're related, but one of them, although they don't have a tree, I can look at one of the people that they have in common, and I can fit them in this same tree. in this case, it's another child of this person, this unknown person. And so we're going to add a child, and that'll bring us to that relationships. Then we're going to add another child. And in this case, they're not the same level of distance away from that unknown great-grandparent. They are actually another child. So we're going to go here. And in this case, the centimorgans is 61 centimorgans. So we're going to save that. And now you'll see that things are changing again. So now I've scrolled down to my hypothesis, and you'll see that now we have 6 relationships or hypotheses that are at now a score of 112. And so what you do is you keep, as you understand the relationships, you keep adding to this to change the score until you finally come up with something that is a quite large number. And then maybe you'll have to do some target testing or, do more research, but you keep working on your what are the odds tree until you better understand how you might be fitting in, or how my aunt is fitting into this tree. So what we're trying to do is get a very high score and reduce the number of possible scenarios that it could be. So we can also improve our what are the odds chart by adding the birth year of my aunt. And of course, it's a good idea to enter the question that you're trying to answer. How does my aunt fit in this what are the odds tree? And the other thing that you can do is, if you understand how each of these people, how old they are, then you can also add that information. And you can do that by editing and adding the details. By doing so, that also can change your odds. So I hope this video helps. And if you like what you see, then please like and subscribe, and be sure to click that little bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks, and have a great day.